So I'm Daniel Kesler. I work at cLabs, and we've been working on a new payments process, a new payment situation. We've been working with our good friends at Fireblocks, who are so nice to be here today. So let's get started. So let's talk about what we've been working on. So that's purchasing things with crypto. And I know that this is a very common issue that people have. And so let's say you go to the store, let's say you have Valora or you have some other wallet, you have Celo assets, you want to buy something at the store with your cryptocurrency. So you're the buyer, you understand crypto enough that you have some. Does the merchant understand crypto? When you walk in, you say, hey, you want to trade? I'll trade you a water bottle for some Celo. They're going to say, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So the previous panel, I noticed it was about on and off ramps. So how does the merchant, how are they going to get what they want? And they want fiat. They don't want cryptocurrency. And the other problem is they don't know what you're talking about. You come in and you say, I want to buy something with crypto. Do you think that's a good trade? And they say no, because I don't know what that is. I don't understand that. And the buyers themselves might not understand the process. They know that they have it. Seems like a theoretical asset they have. Maybe the price will go up. That'll be nice. But they're just unfamiliar with the whole process. So we've been partnering with Fireblocks, okay? And they've set up a process with us that's very similar to what you'd have with just a credit card. So you show up. You're familiar with how a credit card works, right? Right now, especially in Barcelona, I've noticed a lot of people have tap to pay, very easy. You can do it with your phone. I've been paying for a lot of things with just my phone. It's been great. So what we've done with working with Fireblocks is we have a process where now you could come up with your phone. You have Celo. You can come up with your phone, scan a code. Celo assets go to Fireblocks. Fiat goes to the merchant. This is working. Like, we have this. Like, this works. So if you go upstairs and if you want to buy some of our swag, we have amazing coffee mugs, notebooks, water bottles. You can go up right now and test this out. And at the end of this, I'm gonna show you guys how it works. It's actually pretty slick. So Fireblocks has, like I said, it's very similar to a credit card. So let's go back to this slide. So what were some of the problems? They're unfamiliar with this process. They don't know how does this work? How do I go from crypto to food? How do I go from crypto to water? Works the same. So merchant, what's the problem with the merchant? They don't want your crypto. They don't care. They don't even know what that is. They don't need to. All they need to do is show you a QR code. It's great. It's amazing. So let me go and talk about what cLabs has built. So we've got this out in the open. It's open source. We call it the Payments SDK at Celo Payments. And any wallet right now, so any wallet that supports Celo can, as of right now, implement our Payments SDK. So the demo I'm going to show you later, I'm going to show it on Valora. But if you are a different wallet that does Celo, you could do this. You could do this demo with your wallet. You don't need to use Valora. We have this open source. Anybody can do this. We made it at cLabs, but yeah, like I said, it's not a Valora specific thing. Anybody can use it. Any wallet can use it. So wish me luck. We're going to do a demo. Okay. So here we have our beautiful site. So let's say in this example, this could be an online merchant, or this could be something that they show. Like we are in the demo, we just have a tablet. We have an iPad. We're showing people, hey, check it out. So let's say you want to buy something. Maybe you want to buy a high-quality Celo Connect branded notebook. So you click it. This is where we pray. Boom. Check it out. So this is it. So right now we have this set up, like I said. So it's going to say scan with the Valora app. That doesn't necessarily have to be the Valora app, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to open up Valora on my phone. Right? They have a scanning feature, so all I'm going to do now is point it at my screen. Boop. Okay. All right. So you see, this is going to change. See this? This is real time. So like I'm not. This is not a slide. Payment was scanned by a wallet, so this has already been registered. They know that somebody's scan this. I have the information here on my phone. It says how much it's going to cost, 0.5 CUSD, so pretty good deal for a notebook, I think. It's got a lot of information here, so now I click send. Ooh, look at this bouncing dot. So let me move this. So right now, Fireblocks is looking for this transaction on the chain. They found it. They accepted it. Now the merchant's going to get what? They're going to get fiat. They don't want Celo, but Fireblocks is going to handle the Celo part for them. And boom, it's on it's on its way. Someone run up and give me a notebook. Okay, so yeah, so that's the whole process from from start to finish. So we've had a lot of people talking today about what are we doing with our Celo. We talk even at Celo we talk a lot about, okay, how do we provide people the unbanked? How are we helping the unbanked? It's here. We have it. You can do it now. So stable coins, CUSD, so that's stable. People in unstable fiat countries, this is helpful to them. People without banks just need a phone number. Boom, you can buy you can buy a notebook, you can buy whatever, because the merchant just has to show you a QR code. You just have to scan it, and all this technical detail, you don't have to run a local node, you don't have to run anything. It's good to go. That was the quick demo. That was the explanation. Does anybody have any questions about how this works? Yes? Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks
a lot. I just want to ask about the process for the retailer that is receiving the fiat. So how it works? You send the CUSD, but how does it work to receive the fiat?
So the merchant is going to pair with Fireblocks in this case. They're not custodians of the CUSD, so they never have to receive it and do the conversion themselves. What's going to happen is Fireblocks is essentially saying, hey, you've received these transactions. This is how much money you've made throughout the day, and then they can, at any point, off-ramp in the fiat that they want. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Please, what if the merchant is in Brazil or in Argentina, for example? Fireblocks works there as well?
Yeah, so we are working on different markets. We're looking, primarily at opening in maybe Mexico right now. Just those issues have less to do with technical problems, more to do with legality issues and how we get permission to do certain things in certain places. But yes, the answer is yes. We even have C-Real, so we have a stable coin on Celo for Real. So yeah, that's totally possible. If they have an internet connection and they can show a QR code, it can work there too. Yeah.
Hello, a couple questions.
Sure.
The first one, does Celo payment follows any standard specification like the BIP21 from Bitcoin or any Ethereum related, or it's a completely different one? Like, for example, of the QR code that it's encoded in a certain way. Mm-hmm. And the second one, which is a little bit more technical, that I'm quite fascinated and I still want to know how that works. How does the merchant that the QR code is scanned even though there is no interaction with the blockchain at all? And assuming these are two independent parties that doesn't know each other, how that happen, if it's any wallet at all? Sure,
let's start. The first question, I'm already forgetting. Will you remind me of the first question?
Yeah. If the QR code follows any VIP specification related.
Currently, so we have had a lot of discussions on QR code standards. We have so the payments SDK itself has a standard. So if you're going to implement the payments SDK, there's a certain you can expect a certain format to the QR codes. And this actually goes into your second question, which is, how did they know? So in the QR code, there's like an ID for this purchase. So this has been created. So it's like, oh, we've created a new purchase. We want it to happen. There's an ID there. So as soon as we scan it, two things that come with the QR code is a reference ID and an API URL. So they say, oh, okay, where are we going to, the payments SDK is saying, where am I going to get this information from? So it takes that reference ID It asks the API. At that point, Fireblock says, oh, hey, look, somebody has requested information based on this reference ID. We know that this information has been scanned. And then we tell them a little bit later, hey, we've sent it. It's happened. At that point, Fireblock starts watching for that exact transaction, because we give them the transaction hash ahead of time. We compute it ahead of time, send it to them, say, watch for this transaction. As soon as they see it, they clear it, payment goes through. Another question.
So, following on the API call, does the SDK provide a tool to the same API call return a custom transaction, or it's just a send transaction, that transfer token, let's say, from Celo blockchain?
So I wish I could have shown you a little bit better on my phone. I really hope that you come upstairs, check out the payment experience upstairs. You'll be able to see it on your own phone. But so when I scan it with Valora right now, I get information back of like where's the merchant located, how much are they asking for, a bunch of information. We send back the KYC data that they need to approve the transaction. And did that answer your question? Was it more about? Maybe come upstairs. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Oh yeah, a few. Okay.
Thank you. Does it need to be a merchant to receive the money? Can an individual as well do that?
Sure, as long as they have this relationship set up with, in our example, with Fireblocks, right? So how are you off-ramping is my question. So with merchants, they're signing up with Fireblocks for their off-ramping. An individual could also do that. My question for that would be, we have peer-to-peer, right? You know, peer-to-peer. But is it the question, I'm sending Celo to somebody, but they want fiat. Is that more of like what's going on? Yeah. So in that case, they could do the same thing. So, sorry.
Is it just like downloading an app, or how does that process go? Onboarding with Fireblocks.
Will you come upstairs to our booth after, and we can get it all worked out? Thanks so much. I saw there.
Thanks. From the business perspective, which merchants are you targeting? Because I have built the QR code service for the merchants in the retail, and it was a logistical nightmare. So what are you offering for the merchants? Why should I add QR codes everywhere for the physical products for example, in a shop?
Sure. So the nice thing about this one is that the QR codes can be generated at the time. So if you have, so in this case, so let's go continue shopping. So you'll see, if internet willing, when this pops up, you'll see that we just have products. We don't have QR codes, right? So it's not like, hey, yeah, so you see, we just say, hey, you want a water bottle? So it's not like, here's a water bottle, here's the QR code associated with the water bottle. So if they have like access to something digital, even a phone, I can do it on my phone, and then they want, the water bottle, you just click pay, that gets generated for them. So we're not giving them QR codes to put up in the store. We're generating for them per purchase. Yeah. Any other questions? I think my timer just ran out. So that's it. So thanks so much, and come upstairs. Come see the demo.